person on the subway car. It was nearly midnight and he'd fallen asleep on the ride home. When he woke up, the train was stopped. The lights flickered overhead. Outside, the windows was darkness. No station, no tunnel lights, just black. Marcus checked his phone. No signal. The train lurched forward. A crackling announcement came through the speaker. Next stop, end of the line. Marcus frowned. There was no station called end of the line. He looked around, still alone. Or so he thought. At the far end of the car sat a woman in a gray coat. Marcus jumped. He was sure she hadn't been there before. The woman sat perfectly still, her head lowered. The train rattled onward. A few minutes later, Marcus glanced up again. The woman was 3 rows closer. He hadn't seen her move. Trying to stay calm, he stood and walked into the next car. Empty. He sat down. The doors closed. The train continued. Then he noticed something. At the far end of this car sat the same woman in the gray coat, head lowered, motionless. Marcus's stomach dropped. The announcement crackled again. Next stop, end of the line. He hurried through another set of doors, another empty car. He looked behind him. No woman. Relieved, he sat down. The lights flickered. When they came back on, she was sitting directly across the aisle, head still lowered. Marcus stumbled backward. "Who are you?" he shouted. The woman slowly raised her head. Her face was pale, her eyes were closed, and her mouth stretched into an impossibly wide smile. The train screeched to a stop. The doors opened. Beyond them was not a station, just darkness. The woman spoke for the first time. "Everyone gets off here." Marcus ran to the opposite doors. They wouldn't open. Behind him, more voices began whispering. He turned. The car was no longer empty. Every seat was occupied. Dozens of silent passengers stared at him, all wearing gray coats, all smiling. The announcement played one last time. Final stop. Thank you for riding with us. The lights went out. When they came back on, the train was empty. The next morning, transit workers found it parked in a maintenance tunnel. There were no passengers aboard. But on one dusty window, someone had written 5 words with a trembling finger. I should have gotten off. For more stories like this, like and subscribe.